Hey everyone, Zach here. Today I'm going to walk through some Postman collections that I put together for AAP 2.5. So if you deploy 2.5, you know that the AAP is slightly different than in 2.4 in previous versions. As Red Hat's added the gateway component, which is basically allowing for centralized authentication as well as kind of a single source of ingress for the platform. And because of that, obviously the APIs have changed a bit. And I wanted to make sure that there was a Postman collection for everybody to do their local testing. I use it a lot to test out requests that I'm going to use to build playbooks as well. So what I've done is I put them into a public GitHub repo. In this blog post, I have some instructions on how to download it and set it up in Postman. And then what I'm going to do today is quickly walk through that for you as well if you're more of a visual person. So what I'll do in the blog post, if I scroll down to the bottom and I go to view source, it'll take me to the GitHub repo. Where I can see the different Postman collections. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on the controller API to start as an example. I'm going to download that file. And then what I can do is open up Postman. And in Postman, I've got an example here where I ran through this. Let me go ahead and delete it. You'll see here in Postman, I've already got some collections set up. You guys probably won't have these existing if this is the first time you're doing it. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and click import just to pretend it's net new for me. And then I'm going to select files from my desktop. You can also drag and drop. If I go to downloads, that's the file that I just downloaded. It's telling me, okay, hey, that collection exists. Of course, for me it does, but for you it shouldn't. I'm going to import it as a copy. And I can click on it here and it'll open up. And I'm going to go over to this variables tab. So one thing you're going to want to do before you test out any of the requests is go ahead and fill this in. So I have some examples in the blog post itself, but this would be something like ap.example.com and then, secret token, right? For me, I'm going to go ahead and X out of this. I'm not going to put my real token in here, but what I'll do is I've got a request open from my existing one where I have populated my token and I can send a GET request. Oops, let's see, what did I do wrong here? Let me go ahead and close this out and go to AP 2.5, go to projects and Git and send that across. And now what you'll see is, of course, I got a response back and I've listed out the projects, right? So that was just one example. If you open up your imported collection, so yours, it probably won't have copy suffixed, but you'll be able to see, right, it's got the full comprehensive list of endpoints that you can use. And this can be helpful you in doing testing and things like that to get a feel for the API. So that's all you have to do is fill in those two variables after you've downloaded and imported it and you're off and running. And then what you can do is go back to the GitHub and grab EDA and the gateway as well so you can test out interacting with those APIs. Hope this helped and please drop a note if you have any questions. In the meantime, I am going to be investigating, working on seeing how I can get a collection for Galaxy or Private Automation Hub. And I'll add that to the GitHub repo as well when I get to it. Thanks.